Hey guys, you guys ready for a top 10 list? Let's go. What's up guys, TJM here, back at you again with another video, and today let's talk about 10 books that I will never stop recommending. So yeah, this is a top 10, well, it's not exactly a top 10 list, it is 10 books. It's a list of 10 books that I love talking about. I love reading. These are my most enjoyed books that I have ever read. So yeah, it's no, like I said, no in particular order, but one of the books I do hold above all else, but the rest of them are equally as great. So let's get to it, shall we, guys? Alright, so the first book that we're going to talk about here is one of my favorite books to read. I've recommended this book to many people that want to get into sort of the comic book genre, but aren't really ready for the superhero stuff. And that book is Gotham Central by Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka, and art by Carino Cano. I butchered that name. I'm sorry, but this is one of my favorite reads, guys. Gotham Central, Ed Brubaker, Greg Rucka. This is basically a police drama within the DC universe, guys. It's one of the best books I have right now. They do such a great job. Ed Brubaker takes one part of Saga, which is during the day. Greg Rucka takes it at night. It might be reversed, but one takes the day and one takes the night. And it follows different detectives within the DC universe and within Gotham City in general, and put some really crime noir sense into it, which we will get into later. Yeah, it's a great noir story. It's a great detective story. You see different characters from the DC universe here and there. Of course, it's Gotham, so you'll definitely see some Batman. But there's many other characters in here too. But it's not a superhero story, guys. It's not a superhero story. It's real people, or everyday people, I should say, in the DC universe, dealing with superhero stuff. So it's an amazing story, guys. Definitely one I will always recommend is Gotham Central. So the next book up that I will never ever stop talking about, and I will keep recommending, is Silver Surfer Requiem by J. Michael Straczynski and Asad Ribrick. What can I say about this book right here? It's a tearjerker, guys. It's a very sad story. You're gonna need some tissue when you after you're done reading this, but it's so wonderfully done. It's a, if you ever read one of the Marvel The End stories, you kind of get the idea of what this might be about. But it's very beautifully and eloquently done, and I think that you will enjoy the way this ends. Now, it may not be canon now because it's been a while since this has happened, but it's still an excellent story. And plus, the art is beautiful. You cannot go wrong with Asad Ribrick's artwork. It is definitely one that I will never stop recommending, and that is Silver Surfer Requiem. So this next book is probably no surprise to a lot of people, and it's pretty much a staple in the DC universe, and that is Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. This is a classic, guys. This is an amazing story of an elsewhere story from Mark Waid, where the superheroes, many of the Justice League has retired, and there's this big war going on, and it's just a wonderful story, guys. And the art by Alex Ross, man, I love Alex Ross's art. He's one of my top artists of all time. If you don't read for the story, just read it for the art. It's amazing. It's one of the best you ever see, from Alex Ross. But the story, I mean, Mark Waid's writing in here is phenomenal. So you get both great story and phenomenal writing. The two combined make for an awesome, awesome book that I will never, ever stop recommending, and that is Kingdom Come by Mark Waid and Alex Ross. All right, so this next book is neither a Marvel or a DC book. It's an Image book, guys, and it comes from the great Brian K. Vaughan, and that is Saga. Now, Brian K. Vaughan, he's done a lot of great work. Of course, you know, I have my review of Paper Girls, which he's done. He's done Why the Last Man. He's done Runaways. But probably the most famous of these is Saga, and he's teamed up with Fiona Staples who does phenomenal work with the art in this book. But Saga is a cross between Star Wars and some weird, like, you know, Sci-Fi Channel stuff, but mixed with some romance novels thing in there. It may sound quirky, but it's very well done. The story is great. You meet some really interesting characters in here, including a TV head alien that is a prince somehow. But it's these two sort of star-crossed lovers. This actually kind of reminds me of Romeo and Juliet in a way. You know, one clan can't like the other clan, but these couple comes together, and yeah, it's a great story, guys. And you know, it's one of the best ever that Brian K. Vaughan has ever done, and it's truly a story that I will never stop recommending, a book that I'll never stop recommending, and that is Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. So the next book I'll be recommending, that I'll start recommending, is The Legend of Wonder Woman. Now, unfortunately, this book right here only has one volume to it because the story will not be continued because of some controversy that the writer and the artist have gone through with their shenanigans, I guess you could say, with DC. However, this story is great, guys. If you're really looking for an origin story for Wonder Woman, but just want a little bit of brighter, fresher take to it, this would be a great start right here. The art is fantastic. The writing is fun. The story is great. It's a great Wonder Woman story, guys. It's not canon, so you don't have to take it too seriously following along. But it is a great Wonder Woman story, and if you're looking for it, I'm sure you can find it on IST or Cheap Graphic Novels. But if not, I'm sure Amazon will probably have it. But keep in mind, like I said, it's only one volume because there will not be because the story was pretty much ended there. But it's a book that I will never stop recommending, and that's The Legend of Wonder Woman. Alright, so going on with the theme of stuff that is pretty awesome right here. Another great story that sort of you don't really need the whole story in the context, but would be a great recommendation for reading is All Hail Megatron by Shane McCarthy and Guido Guidi. God, I'm pronouncing these. I'm butchering these names. I apologize. But All Hail Megatron, guys, is probably one of the best Transformers stories, and it's probably the best Decepticon story of all time, right here. A case can be made for what was it called? What was that one called? The Wreckers, the one with the Wreckers. I forget what the name it is. I apologize, but I'll probably put the name up here somewhere. Yes, All Hail Megatron, guys. It's basically, think of the Transformers movies. If the Transformers movies were done well. The Decepticons come to Earth, they wreak havoc, they take it over, and it's just an amazing, amazing story, guys. Autobots kind of have their hands tied. Humans are basically they're going to be put on the extinction list if they don't do something soon. It's a great story, guys. If you're a Decepticon fan like I am, you're gonna love this story, guys. And it's a great story. Now it's a Phase 1 story, so it's no longer considered like the current stuff. I know they're up to Phase 3 now. This was Phase 1, so you're probably gonna do a lot of catching up to do after that. But this story right here excellent story, guys. So if you want some good Transformer story, I suggest All Hail Megatron by Shane McCarthy, and is one book that I will never stop recommending. Alright, so the next book, we're going back to DC, and for this one right here, guys, we're going to go back a little ways right here and do a Batman book. And I've been talking about Batman a lot, but what can I say? Batman's great. He's awesome. He's a great character. Not my favorite. Wonder Woman is my favorite character out of DC, but Batman's probably the second best. And what better way to start than going back to the beginning with him? Yes, Batman Year One by Frank Miller. Yes, oh, it was so good they actually did an animated movie of this. Yeah, what can I say about this? The writing's excellent. The art is phenomenal right here. If you're looking for a great Year One story for any character right here, this would be it, guys. Batman Year One. It sets the template for pretty much all Batman stories right here. Is, of course, the Dark Knight Returns. That's pretty much where it started right there with Frank Miller. But if you're looking for how he got started, what he's been doing this whole time, where's all the setup going for Batman going forward, this is pretty much it right here, guys. And plus, you can't beat Frank Miller's Batman. It's some of the best of all time, except for All-Star Batman and Robin, but we won't talk about that. But yes, one more book that I will never stop recommending, that is Batman Year One. So I mentioned before that we will be doing some more noir type of stories, and who does better noir stories than Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips? Now, I picked one book, but in actuality, you can pick any Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips book from Image. They're all phenomenal. They're all great. They're all pretty much, you can't go wrong with them. From Fatale to Kill or Be Killed, Pulp, Velvet. Sean Phillips didn't do Velvet, but Ed Brubaker wrote that one. But in any case, you can't go wrong with Ed Brubaker in Image. But the one book that I probably would recommend out of all of them is The Fade Out. Now, The Fade Out is a sort of a pulp comic type of story where it's set in the 50s, during the Depression, and it's a very crime noir story, very, very sort of realistic type of setting. There's this sort of the Red Menace thing happening there, the Soviet spies and stuff like that. It is just a super phenomenal story that's set in Hollywood. Ed Brubaker, he's the man. He's my favorite writer. You can't go wrong with Ed Brubaker stories with Image Comics right here, guys. Banger after banger after banger. Yes. So that is one more book that I'll never stop recommending, and one writer that I'll never stop recommending, to be honest. That is Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips's The Fade Out. And I will always, always, always recommend Ed Brubaker and Sean. Alright, so you may be asking yourself, Jim, you left out a lot of Marvel stuff, right? You're a Marvel fanboy, and you didn't hardly mention any Marvel stuff. Well, these last two, I'm making up for it, guys. And in particular, these two are really great for their own reasons. But this next one right here, I will never stop recommending, is Uncanny XMen by Chris Claremont, Volume 2. Now, Volume 1 is a great one. It's a great place to start for Uncanny XMen, Claremont's X-Men. Of course, that's where it all began. The new team with Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Storm, Banshee. All those characters, guys. And they make up the new X-Men. And it starts Chris Claremont's amazing run on the team book. But where it hits the sweet spot, in my opinion, is Volume 2, because in Volume 2, you get Days of Future Past, you get the Dark Phoenix Saga, and you get so much more. You get Rogue's first appearance, you get stuff with Miss Marvel, You just get a grab bag of a whole lot of stuff. It's got some amazing extras. You can't go wrong with the omnibus, guys. There's so much with that particular book. So, if you really want a great X-Men book, which, Volume 2 is great because it's phenomenal. Volume 3 is really good too because it has God Loves Man Kills. But Volume 2 is where it's at, and that's a book that I'll never start recommending from Chris Claremont. That is Uncanny X-Men Volume 2. And finally, the 10th book that I will never ever stop recommending, because this one's the nearest and dearest to my heart. This one is my favorite Marvel book of all time, and if you've known me for any small amount of time, you already know what this is. It's Old Man Logan by Miller and McNiven. So yes, Mark Millar and Steve McNiven's Old Man Logan. This is phenomenal, guys. I love Old Man Logan, guys. I actually used to read it every year before my collection got insane and I can't do it anymore. But Old Man Logan. Think of Old Man Logan as Wolverine crossed with Unforgiven. And they mash it up together and they get this amazing story with a little bit of Mad Max mixed in there in the middle, and you get a great story. Yeah, you have some plot holes here and there, and yeah, let's just forget about that. It's just enjoy the story for what it is. It's an awesome road trip adventure. It's an awesome sort of bounty buddy friendship. Story 2 with a tragic backstory with amazing art, guys, is one that I will never stop recommending, and is one that's most nearest to my heart. I love this book. I got the singles, I got the king size, I got the hardcover, and yeah, I got the trade as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, that is one more book that I will never stop recommending. That's Old Man Logan by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven, and those were 10 books, guys, that I will never ever stop recommending. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you give this video a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell notification so you know when I upload my content the next time it uploads, which is every Saturday, guys. Every Saturday I will be uploading new stuff, and probably do some stuff here and there during the week, most likely this week during spring break. So yeah, guys, that is it. What did you guys think? Do you guys have 10 books that you will never stop recommending out of your collection? So yeah, let me know in the comments below what those are. And yeah, guys, that is it for me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.